Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bucket Think Tank. And today we're going to talk about Batman Prelude to the Wedding, Issue 2, Nightwing vs. Hush. So, this story takes place on the night of Batman's bachelor party. And because, I guess, for logistical reasons and possibly legal reasons, and because it's less stressful, Batman is marrying Catwoman, but Bruce Wayne is not marrying Selina Kyle. Okay, I guess that works. I guess Selina's never going to be seen in Wayne Manor, like going or leaving, but whatever. So we're coming in for the bachelor party, and the only two people who are giving this party are Nightwing and Superman, which makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, not counting Alfred, these are Batman's best friends. And it's kind of depressing the more you think about it, but from an outside perspective, it's actually really cool. Like, your best friends are one of them Superman. So they decide to first go to the best restaurant for Batman, which is Batburger, primarily because, well, he already has a costume, and Batburger's already a superhero-themed fast food establishment with crazy quills, looks like Firefly, and these are all people dressed as such, which is also weird because there's someone dressed like Carrie Kelly as Robin, which I think is just a redhead girl dressed as Robin, like whatever. And so, after dinner at Batburger, Superman has created a lightning door. And what that lightning door leads to is a pocket universe. It's roughly half a mile from end to end, one pond, one boat, three poles, and infinite fishing stores. So it's just three dudes fishing. And it's just great. Even Batman's like, it's perfect. I didn't get that. I didn't think Batman liked fishing. But the more I think about it, it's where you pretty much just sit there, not saying a word, and enjoying the silence. I mean, if Batman wants to brood, he can brood. If he wants to talk, he can talk. And only in a pocket universe would we ever see Batman making jokes while fishing. Only there. So everything seems fine until Superman gets a call. He hears something with Superman, so we're going to go deal with that real quick. And that's when Nightwing and Batman are attacked by Hush, Thomas Elliot, and a little clash starts between Nightwing and Hush. Nightwing tackles Hush, and they both end up falling through the wormhole, and they end up in a weird universe, a universe in between universe, the Betwixt, as the so-called watcher of this little dimension calls itself. It's a little leak in the bleed or whatever, right in between the real world and the unworld, man. And he's just sort of like the guardian, and he's not really a guardian. He sort of likes this. He just likes being here. And apparently, the longer you stay here, the easier it is for you to lose track of who you are, your identity, because you're in between. You're in neither place. And that's when Nightwing and Hush are attacked by these the Gone Men. The Gone Men, as this person calls them, they're effectively there to attack, and presumably they are drawn to the fact that Nightwing and Hush know to some extent who they are. They are very well. They're from a place that has already decided. The in-between has decided. So they're attacking through, and they're apparently getting weaker just because of where they are. So, which is weird because apparently because they're unsure, because it's somewhere where they don't have a firm grip on, location-wise, the Gone Men just get to become impervious to bullets and whatnot, explosions. So Nightwing grabs Hush and says, okay, I know exactly where we're going to go. We're going to head to Wayne Manor. This leads to a sort of conversation between Nightwing and Hush, primarily because as Thomas Elliot, he used to spend a lot of time here as a kid with young Bruce Wayne. He was a friend of the family. He was, for all intents and purposes, Bruce's best and possibly only friend. It's weird that Bruce has no friends whatsoever from his childhood, minus Julie Madison. It's sort of irrelevant right now. Hush doesn't want to hear it. The idea is that in Wayne Manor, they should both be strong because of their memories here. But Hush sort of fires back a bit that, he sort of says, like, you know so much about me, but what was Wayne Manor to you, Nightwing? Was it a secret base to fight bad guys, a clubhouse full of bad boys? That he's not just some superhero sycophant. Who was he to Bruce Wayne? Who is he? Why were you at his bachelor party? Which also tells us that he knew about the wedding, that he knew that Batman is going to marry Catwoman. And so the fight ensues some more, and it even starts going a bit further, the fact that Nightwing sort of fires back, you just always wanted to be Bruce. You never took time to sort of try to be you. Everything about your life has always been you want to be Bruce Wayne. So you've never had a chance to really launch on your identity. Who is Thomas Elliot? And it breaks down a bit more when Hush pretty much just starts laughing and says, it was the Joker who came and told him about that Batman getting married, that he was upset, said he didn't understand. He said he did that Batman could find love, made him reconsider everything. So effectively, this has changed everything. And Hush talks about what he really wants was to go back to when he was the happiest, to go back to being his best friend again. So what Hush did was he changed his face again so he looked like Dick Grayson, which is also further proof that Thomas Elliot has lost his mind and whatever he needs to say is Hush. So the Gone Man began to attack, primarily because Hush isn't strong here because he doesn't know who he is. He's still having this huge identity crisis, and then the portal opens up. Batman pulls him out and says, "It's okay, we got you," but they weren't able to get Hush out because Hush was pretty much just absorbed by the Gone Man. And so Superman leaves finally, which is also just this weird scene of Batman opening the door to let Superman out, still in costume, and I guess the middle of the day. And Nightwing finally has a talk and says, like, is Clark your best man? And Batman says, well, yeah, he didn't want to make that choice. It's just that it's part of the whole tradition. And Batman's logic, and even Nightwing's, is that he spent a lot more time with Superman in recent days. They've had a lot more time to bond, and Nightwing's just been so busy doing other things, and they've resolved to spend more time together afterwards. So that was really sweet. And then we cut to later on in Burnside with, oh, please be a good Batgirl. So that's all I'm asking. Nightwing is calling Batgirl and says, like, the Joker knows. And you're like, how does he know? And Nightwing's like, because he's the devil. I don't know. But what matters is you know what he's going to do. You know who he's going to be like. So we have to wait for anyone else. And the comic ends with us looking at the Riddler, where I guess a heart's been drawn on him in blood. And he's surrounded by all of his dead henchmen with the words, "Where's my invitation?" written on the floor in blood. So, and this is to set up for the next issue, which is Batgirl versus Riddler. So this issue was pretty fun. It was really fun. I never quite know what to expect with Hush. I think Hush only had one good story, and that was Hush, and to some extent Heart of Hush. But even then, both those stories really only good because of the Batman Catwoman dynamic. So, if anything, it would have been more appropriate if Hush was the real antagonist of this story. But whatever, this was a fun story. It wasn't as emotional as Robin versus Ra's al Ghul, but I think that's sort of the point. Like the question of who's going to be the best man, it was never really a serious issue. I think we all sort of knew it was either be Nightwing or Superman, and maybe Alfred. Those were the only three choices. But with that in mind, we're going to bring this video to a close here. For me to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like it here. And I will catch you all later. This is the Bug and Think Tank signing off. May your fandom serve you well.